Hello you guys, welcome back to Stampaholics Anonymous. You ask and I shall deliver. Today we are going to be looking at these 5 Nicole Diary metallic tea polishes. I bought these a while ago, like a long time ago, way before I even went on vacation. We all remember that fun time, right? And then they got, I think I ordered them from Born Pretty Store directly. No, I did not. No, I ordered them on AliExpress, and they were unfortunately in one of the packages that got sent to me, but did not, it wasn't it was in one of those packages that got sent to me but wasn't forwarded, even though I paid my postal service to forward stuff to my best friend's house, who was, you know, receiving my mail while I was on vacation. So they got sent back, and then the seller on AliExpress was kind enough to resend them, and they got here fairly quickly. But still, they've been sitting on my desk for a very long time now. And last night I finally decided to try out one of those polishes, the rose gold one, of course, and I showed you that on Instagram, and I asked you if you wanted to see a full review of these and see all 5 of them swatched, and 2 of you actually replied and said, yeah, you want to see a review, so you're getting a review. A word of advice: I am going to be swatching, or I have already swatched, you know, by the power of editing. Yeah, I have already swatched these on my natural nails. Please be advised, I am over 30. I have ridges in my nails, and my nails are still slightly tinted from that Sinful Colors color, that blue that stained my nails, and then there is that, you know, like crack through time and space that is running through my pointer finger, and that just keeps reappearing in the same frickin' spot. So, and there's like, I don't know what happened here. It looks like my finger got, I don't know, mangled somewhere. I don't remember where, and I don't remember doing anything to it, but it's just there. So these are metallic polishes, and yes, you are going to be seeing all of the ridges in my nails while I do swatches, so I don't want to hear nothing about that. Just wanted to put it out there, because that's just what metallic polishes do, right? I did not use like a rich filler underneath, because I just wanted to give you like an honest, you know, how they look. Also be advised, this is liquid lipstick. I've put it on here to swatch the color. I've washed my hands several times. It did not budge, so I can, you know, that's why I have a weird pink spot on my hand. But that only speaks for, you know, the quality of this like liquid lipstick. I can't do jack to it. I can't. Loving it. You're probably going to see that in a favorites video sometime soon. So there are 5 shades, and like Nicole Diary does, they don't bother putting like numbers or names or anything on the bottles. They come in these pesky little boxes that also don't have names or numbers or something on there. I mean, you could say that ND30 is maybe something, or that 28 over there, I don't know. They didn't have really, you know, they didn't have names on there, and most of the times you're going to see them as a little 5-pack. Anywho, so it doesn't really matter. You can also, of course, pick them up individually. I've seen them sold individually too. Of course, you can also get these at bornprettystore.com. You don't have to go through AliExpress if you don't feel comfortable with it. So there are 5 metallic shades. The thing that really dragged me into this was that we don't just get, you know, the classic gold or the classic silver. I mean, the silver is a very classic color, but the gold looks more like an antique-y kind of gold. Not as yellow, which I don't like in gold. So that one like dragged me in, and then of course the rose gold, you know, I'm a sucker for that. That was very intriguing, because I don't have like a straight up rose gold metallic polish. I do have a couple from China Glaze that I really love, but they are like either textured or have other things going on in there, you know, like glitter or bar glitter and stuff. We all remember my love for bar glitters, right? And then these 2 were like really intriguing, because there's a light blue and like a light purple in here, and they looked very nice. Of course, in the swatch pictures that you're going to see, you're either going to see a very blurred out hand of a very lovely lady. You're just going to see her hand, and it's like, you know, they put a lot of blurring over there, so everything looks smooth and nice, and you're going to see these on swatch sticks. And of course, on swatch sticks, these things can work their magic. So that was a lot of advice, like, public service announcements before this. We're gonna get into the swatches, and I'm gonna show you the swatches. I actually did them, like I said, on my nails, like, back to back to back to back. It didn't take me that long. But I'm going to get into the formula of this while I talk you through the swatches.
So here we are with the swatches. Forgive me that the bottle shot was so short. I just didn't manage to do it properly. So the first thing you will notice when you start swatching these polishes is that they kind of aren't like real polishes because they are like very thin and liquidy. These are metallic polishes, so there's like a lot of metallic particles that will accentuate your ridges on your nails. I gave that public service announcement before we got into the swatches. But I didn't really mind it at all. The formula was good, easy to work with. Cleanup is really easy with these. 2 coats is all it took for all of the polishes. It dries like really, really fast, and it dries down to a satin matte finish. I really like that. I'm going to be very repetitive on this video. Next up is the gold, which I, told you that it's like kind of an antique gold, not like really yellow, but, it has some bronzy undertones, I would say. Formula is, by the way, across the board the same for all of these polishes, meaning it's like really thin. You get this really wide brush that makes it really easy to, do your nails. And, with a metallic polish, you shouldn't do as many strokes as I do, but what I was trying here was to, get the strokes all to go into one direction. Haha, she said one direction. And, try to make them kind of smooth. But, application-wise, these polishes are all the same. Moving into my favorite type of gold, which is rose gold. This is like really, really rosy. You could also say that this is like, a pink metallic if you wanted to. It doesn't really, it's not as rose gold as my wedding ring, for example. But I did enjoy this color. I'm wearing it on my Cindy hand as well in this video. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be really repetitive. Formula is the same across the board. So I'm just gonna let you watch the swatches. Next up is this gorgeous metallic purple, like metallic dusty lavender purple, pastel purple kind of a deal. Formula, same again, metallic, yada, yada, yada. Be careful about your brush strokes. Be careful of cat hair and fuzz from, cotton balls to not get them into your nails, and remove them before the polish dries down. That's a good piece of advice. Like I said, the formula is pretty much the same for all of these polishes. 2 coats is all you need to do, and do be mindful of the brush strokes. So here's the last of the bunch, the metallic baby blue that we got. Again, formula-wise, it's the same. At the very end of this swatch video, I'm going to show you a nice little effect that sometimes happens with these polishes. I'm going to show you like a close-up kind of a video of my pinky finger, because sometimes this formula will create a mirror-like effect when those little particles like all bunch together and create a very nice and even surface. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does, and when it does, it really looks like amazing and really, really pretty. You can kind of see it there on my pinky, but I'm going to show you a little close-up.
Alrighty, you guys. Isn't it funny how my desk has like, you know, it's slanted that way and everything just wants to roll, except this one. Huh, okay. Everything just wants to roll that way. It's like really hard to film here sometimes, especially if I have polishes. Goody. So I, of course, I love the rose gold kind of best, but then something happened that I didn't really suspect, and that's that like these two are my other two favorites. I'm not too keen on wearing gold, you know, just on its own. I wouldn't grab this like a bunch of times. Same goes for the silver. But these colored ones, like the metallic purpley and the blue one, and of course the rose gold one, I really loved. I actually wore the metallic rose gold like for a day or so, and I kept looking at my hands, and I kept telling myself that I really, really dig this. I did put a top coat over this. It didn't do much as per, you know, smoothing out the brush strokes. You're always going to have some brush strokiness, but these polishes, I don't know, sometimes they do something that is like very similar to that world's first chrome polish that you just saw Christine do from that Model's Own you know, chrome polish. These ones have a similar thing going on. They are very like liquidy, like really, really liquidy, not like a real polish. That makes them go on really easy, but it also makes you, you know, paint your cuticles really easily because, you know, the brush is very wide, which I enjoy, but it also, you know, it's just going to happen that you're going to touch your cuticles with this. But it doesn't matter because it's, you know, an easy cleanup job because these are not like extremely pigmented. But like I said, they have a similar thing going on like the, you know, that Model's Own chrome polish where those individual glitter particles will sometimes, you know, just bunch together and create a very nice and smooth, even surface. If you're doing it just right, it's like, you know, a chance 1 in a million, not 1 in a million, but, you know, like 1 out of 10 nails I could get like, you know, A+, like da bomb good. You can kind of see here on my pointer finger what I'm talking about. And then this is not like a chromy, shiny texture, but it dries to a satin matte finish, which I also thoroughly enjoy because that's something different, you know. We've all seen chrome powders and the high shine in that, but these are like mattified by themselves. So I did enjoy these more than I would have thought because, you know, you put the first coat on and then you're like, oh God, I can see all those brush strokes. I don't want to see the brush strokes. I don't want to see every single ridge in my nail. But there's like measures that you can take to prevent that, right? You could always go with a ridge filler underneath. You could, you know, put on or several layers of base coat to just create a very, very even surface on your nails and then put these puppies on top. They dry very quickly. That's also a plus. And then you have like a very nice, unique kind of metallic look. That's what, you know, dragged me into these. And even though metallic finish not being my favorite finish in the world for polishes, I did thoroughly enjoy swatching these. So, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this. Please do not point out that I have ridges in my nails and there's a crack in my nail and then I have these weird little thingies in there. I know. But please tell me what your favorite color was and if you have any experiences with like Nicole Diary polishes in general. I'm not sure if these are like the first polishes that came out, but so far I've only been using Nicole Diary stamping polishes, so that was also a first for me. Good. So that's it for today, you guys. I have done a lot of talking and I will talk to you next time even more. Love you. Bye bye.